Hey guys, Pat Burke, and I'm going to talk about 16.5. This is our final workout, and honestly, I'm a little sad that it's going to be over on Monday. So this workout is a repeat, 14.5. It's a 4-time workout. We have 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3 reps of thrusters, 95, 65. Or the scaled division is 65-45, and then bar facing burpees. So again, 4-time, there is no time cap. It goes all the way until you finish your final 3 thrusters and 3 bar facing burpees. I just like to point out the movements here. The thruster, the bar is going to be on the ground. You can squat clean your first rep, not squatting, and then you're going to thruster, so using the squat, fully press the bar overhead until it is in line with your body. So some of the common things with the thruster, one, you don't go to full depth on your squat, so we want to make sure that we go all the way to full depth. And then a lot of times people get stuck holding the bar out here, not straightening their arms out. So the bar needs to come all the way overhead. Reps right there would not count. So you need to see it come all the way back. And then the burpee, a couple things going on there. Our chest and thighs need to touch the ground behind the bar, and our body needs to be perpendicular to the bar. So my head is away from the bar here. A lot of times people get caught right here, so they leave their chest off of the ground. So you need to make sure you're behind the bar to where your chest touches. Then it's going to require a 2-foot takeoff jump over the bar. Even if you're doing the scaled division, the 65-45, you have to jump over a bar this height. So if you're doing an empty bar for some reason, like the ladies got the 45-pound bar, you'll have to have a loaded bar to jump over the bar. The only exception to that is the master's scaled, where they're going to do that same 65, or actually it's 45-35, and they can jump over an empty bar. All right, so what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, it's getting to the end here. All right, trying to do a fast video though. So on the bar facing burpees, there's a few different techniques of your jump over the bar. I try to draw it out. So we have the burpee, and then jump to a position to then jump over the bar. So that's a double jump, and I'm considering this one bad. It's just inefficient. Then you have the burpee, your feet are here, and then you're taking an extra large, a big jump, and I think that that is going to be a movement reserved for more advanced folks, okay? They can handle the explosiveness required for that jump. And then the last option here is a step, and then a smaller jump. So what that looks like here, you're doing, it's so annoying. You're doing your burpee back here. You're gonna step a foot to here, and maybe even another step, and then do a smaller jump. So if I'm doing my burpee in the right spot, I don't wanna make 2 jumps or make this extra large jump. It's just going to take a lot out of your tank. So we have a step right there, and you can usually, if you figure out the technique, just take 1 big step, and then you only need a small jump. That needs to be a 2-foot jump, 2-foot takeoff. You can turn in the air, so your jump, you can land like that. That's all good to go. Yeah, okay, those are the movements. Equipment, my call on this would be, I would use nanos, and I would suggest to anybody that feels comfortable in their squat, meaning their heels don't come up, or knees cave in, or they collapse quite a bit in their torso. If you got a pretty decent squat in nanos, I think that that's going to be the best bet, because you're going to be doing a lot of jumping. But if you think that you'll get quite a bit of benefit out of your lifters in the squat and the thruster, then maybe you should use your lifters. Other gear, knee sleeves and wrist wraps. If you have them, it wouldn't hurt to use them. Knee sleeves especially, because you're doing a lot of squatting. Just get a little bit more rebound out of the squat. Pacing, I would base this, what I did base it off of is thrusters. So it really is all about the thrusters and how comfortable you feel with those thrusters. The burpees, I think, is just going to be a consistent pace. Whether that is a fast, consistent pace or a slow, consistent pace. So I just went off thruster here. If you feel pretty comfortable thrustering over 200 or 120 pounds, guys, girls, so if you look at that and go, I can do that, then I would challenge you to try and go unbroken. There's just a lot of value in only having to clean that bar up one time and then and just keeping it going until you finish, and then catching your breath on the burpees. Probably doing the first 5 or so pretty slow, and then trying to get back in your rhythm and maybe pick up the pace. So I would think that that's the best bet. I'm not saying go fast. It might be kind of a slower thruster with maybe even a pause at the top. It's kind of a rich frowning technique to go to the top and slightly pause at the top. But I think there's a lot of value in going unbroken if you can. So then the intermediate athlete, I wrote some numbers down here like 155, 105. Like if you feel pretty comfortable thrusting that, but not quite 200 pounds, then I would say you're likely to do the 21 set unbroken just because you're going to be super fresh. But then after that, I would be really ready to break into 2 sets. Something like a 10-8, 8-7, 7-5, and then probably the 9-6-3 you'll be able to gut out just because the finish line is right there. Then if you're looking at like if a 115 pound thruster, 75 pound thruster is about all you got, and we're pretty close to your max range, you're likely to break this into like 3s or something. So divide everything by 3. 7s, it would be 3 sets of 7, 3 sets of 6, 3 sets of 5. Maybe that 9 set you do a 5 and a 4, and then 9-6, or you do whatever. On the 12 set you could break into 2, and 9 set break into 2, and then just do the 6-3. I always feel like the man with the plan and the man that sticks to his plan is always the best one, or is the best one off. Just because you have this plan right here, so let's say in your head you're doing 3 sets of 6s, you could do 6 and then know that you have another 6 in you, then go for it. But I think just having some sort of set structure is always going to be best. So that's kind of it. I mean, but then at the end of the day, if plan falls apart, it's just do them until you can't do them, take a quick rest, and then keep on going. A lot of you guys have done this workout before, and we've programmed this, so you know what you're in for. All right, warm up. I'm a huge fan of doing a heavy weight before I do light weights, just to prime the central nervous system, feel the heavy weight. And then for me, I just always like to work on my squats, get my groove in my squats. So I would do some front squats, maybe some flossing, use a floss band to get everything mobilized, maybe some foam rolling. But like 4 sets of 4, building, nothing necessarily super heavy. Working on my front rack position with a full hand grip. It's really getting as much hand on the bar as possible. And then also gauging my depth, working on my depth in the thruster. So you're not rock bottom in your squat, but you're actually just determining exactly where you want to go in your thruster. So I'd start with something like that, working on my squats, and then really just start dialing the movements in. 3 times through of 5 to 8 thrusters, building up to your workout weight, getting your shoulders and the movement prepped for the thruster. 8 to 10 kips. I just like kipping and opening the shoulders up. And then 5 burpees, practicing your little 2-foot takeoff, your jump technique. That's it, guys. That's all I got. Good luck. Ben, you got anything? No. All right.